the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports page brought to you by Kaufman and Lynn, injury attorneys. Bulldog, do we want to throw it over to the F1 desk since we had a 1 week hiatus and now action's about to pick up again with the Japanese Grand Prix?
We do, yeah.
There it is.
Our winner is Max Verstappen.
Is that your Japanese prediction of the outcome of the...
That was British, actually. I was mixing it up for the Brits.
Huh?
I don't know.
He's Dutch.
All right, all I'm going to tell you is that Brits watch it. All I'm going to tell you is this. Verstappen may have had some engine issues. They got management stuff going on or something like that, some shenanigans. But he cannot be held back once he puts on the strap. As in, yes, the winner this weekend will be Max Verstappen, strapping on another win.
It airs live at 1 o'clock in the morning Sunday if you want to be up live to watch that. Bulldog, what's happening, man?
NASCAR desk, by the way, Martinsville this week. Is that the shortest track on the circuit?
I think it is. I think it is. Yeah.
Short track race this week in NASCAR. What's going on? We've got NCAA basketball. We've got the women's Final Four starting tonight. You've got number 1 seeded South Carolina, undefeated this season. They're taking on number 3 seeded North Carolina State. In the first game tonight, South Carolina should win that game. They're favored by like 11.5, I think. And then, of course, the game everybody wants to see, number 3 seeded UConn versus Caitlin Clark and top seeded Iowa. Iowa's only favored by 2.5. As much as I hate to say it, and as much as I want to see Caitlin Clark play for the national championship, I think Coach Gino Auriemma and Paige Beckers are going to have a little something for Caitlin Clark tonight. UConn will not only beat Iowa, they will then beat undefeated South Carolina in the title game, and Gino Auriemma will send the message, I'm still the king.
Wow.
College
All right, so Bulldog's on the record. He's going South Carolina and UConn to the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow, dude. So what do you think they got mixed up? What kind of concoction for Caitlin? Like a double, triple team, maybe?
Gino is a chess master. This is his 23rd Final Four. He'll have something figured out. And Paige Beckers, she was going to be Caitlin Clark until she got injured early in her career. So she's healthy now. She played a hell of a game the other day. So just watch tonight is all I'm saying.
All right.
I hope I'm wrong. I want to see Caitlin Clark play for the championship. Who do you guys have in that?
I'm going South Carolina and Iowa to the championship
That's
game.
the one everybody wants to see, obviously.
I know that the whole world's been watching it, and I love the whole Caitlin story, but I don't even know who the 4 teams are, even though you just named them.
Okay.
I'm going Caitlin for the win.
Did you pay attention at all in school? When
squirrel.
Bob doesn't know the men's team either, so he's an equal opportunity.
I know that UConn's smoking the house, bitches.
All right, Bulldog, speaking of the men, Saturday night, it'll be their turn. Who do you got?
First game, you got NC State versus Purdue. Purdue's a top seed. Zach Edey, of course, the big 7'4" big man for Purdue. Purdue, they should win that, but NC State, I'm telling you, watch out for NC State, all right?
They got their own big man over there, Bulldog.
Yeah, they sure do, man. That guy, what's his name? DJ Burns, 6'9", 275 pounds. That guy
That's a light 275 pounds.
Yeah,
I think.
he's a beast. The matchup everybody wants to see, obviously, is Purdue versus UConn. But I'm going to tell you right now, NC State is a team of destiny. I realize Zach Edey scored 40 against Tennessee, and he's the best player in the country. But I think NC State's got a little something for Purdue. And then, yes, NC State will upset Purdue and then upset UConn to win its first national title since Jimmy V was running around the court in 1983 looking for somebody to hug.
Okay, I could pull up our original picks where you had some Jays or Scrub Jays or something.
The Creighton Blue Jays, yeah.
Yeah, the Blue Jays. Those are, and I had UConn, who's still there, so I'm sticking true.
So you had the defending champs and the number 1 overall seed. Right. Who do you got, Lynch? You got UConn?
Yeah, I got to go UConn. Yeah.
UConn's won their games by 39, 17, 30, and 25 points during their run through the tournament.
I like the
By
NC
the way, if
State,
UConn wins, here's a little debate for you. If UConn wins, they'll be the first back-to-back national champion since Billy Donovan's Gators back in 2006, 2007. Who would win that game? Huh? Who would you take between UConn and the 2006-2007 Gators? I'm a homer. I'd take the Gators because I mean they had 3 lottery picks on that team. Joakim Noah, Al Horford, Corey Brewer. They all came back for their another year, even though they could have gone into the NBA the year prior. I would take the Gators, but that'll be an interesting debate if UConn actually wins back-to-back national titles.
Dog, over on the NBA side of things, pressure's on the Magic after the Knicks won last night.
That's right. The Magic are now tied with the Knicks for the 4 seed. The Magic have the Charlotte Hornets tonight. That's a game they should win, but you can't take anything for granted. We've seen that. We saw that with Milwaukee the last couple of nights. Milwaukee lost to a couple of awful teams. So yeah, the Magic need to take care of business tonight. They are tied for the 4 seed, a half game behind the Cavaliers for the 3 seed. So I'm going to predict this. So the Magic should beat the Hornets tonight, even though it's on the road. The Cavs are on the road tomorrow night against the surging Lakers. I'm going to say the Magic are in the 3 seed by tomorrow night.
Well, I hope so, but you remember the cliche phrase, one game at a time there, dog.
Okay.
Go UConn.
By the way, a legal loss for Florida State yesterday. A judge in North Carolina essentially ruled, hey, the Florida State versus ACC case is going to be heard in North Carolina, not in Tallahassee, Florida, where Florida State wanted the case to be heard. So that was a major blow to Florida State's legal case against the ACC. I think it's inevitable that Florida State's going to lose this case.
All right. Lightning continue their regular season surge, 7-4 blowout win at Montreal, and they are on the road at Pittsburgh tomorrow night, doggy.
9-1-1 in their last 11.
They're hot. They are hot right now. In Orlando City's off this weekend, right?
They are off this weekend. They take on, I believe it's DC next week.
All right. Mike, the Bulldog Bianchi, host of Open Mic on AM 740 and FM 96.9 The Game, and he takes time out of his busy show each morning to drop in for the sports page here on JRR, brought to you by Kaufman and Lind.
Listen to Under Oath with attorney Jeff Kaufman every Saturday morning, 7:30, FM 96.9 The Game. You can catch extended versions of Under Oath by searching for Under Oath with Jeff Kaufman on your favorite streaming platform. Oh, oh.
Lynch and Taco. On demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.
These